Hi guys, how y'all doing? Hopefully good. I am recovering from a nasty sunburn. I went to the lake a few weeks ago and I did not have the proper t-shirt on. Well, I had a sleeveless shirt on. Don't do that. Don't do that, people. Um, yeah, that's not good because my arms got jacked up. I got major nasty sunburn on my arms and I came back and I showed pictures to a friend of mine. And I was like, look at my tan. I got tanned. And he's like, that's a sunburn. I'm like, no, it's not. That's a tan. No, that's a sunburn. He was right. The next day, like I was brown that day. And then later on, like the next day, my skin was just as red and blotchy and just did not look good. So taking credit for a tan, and it wasn't a tan initially. It was actually a sunburn. So sleeveless shirt, being on the beach all day, that's not a good combination. And you're medium, light skinned, it's not a good combination. Your skin will get jacked up. And then with the disappearance of our ozone layer, well, you know where that goes. It's not in good places. Anyway, um, wanted to talk to you guys about why it's almost impossible to connect with people online. Like, people are so addicted to their toys, and I've talked about that in another video. And if you've been online long enough, you know that somebody's going to try to scam you, somebody's going to try to manipulate you, someone's going to try to, I don't know, play with your emotions. And I've heard stories of women telling guys, oh, she's overseas and a family member's in the hospital and I need thousands of dollars to get them out. And, I mean, come on. So if you're online long enough, you do get scammed by someone or someone runs game on you at some point. So people get to the point where, A, they're addicted to their toys. So their social skills are practically non-existent anymore. So A, you lose your social connections with people. You lose your empathy. You lose compassion. You lose the ability to socialize correctly in normal life, in regular life, eye to eye, eyeball to eyeball. You lose the ability to do that because your face is always in a screen. And anytime you're addicted to anything, whether it be food, drugs, alcohol, money, whatever it is that you're addicted to, that never goes in good places. Addictions never end up in a really good place. Okay? Addictions are bad, and they cause irreparable damage sometimes. So for that little bit of a high, is it worth it? Is it worth it? So because people have been scammed since they've been online, they've been scammed. They get to the point where they don't trust anyone. You might be a decent person. You might be a caring person. But because they have lost everything due to their technology, they've lost their empathy, their compassion, their social skills. They've lost everything, and they don't realize it. That's the thing. That's even worse. Bad enough you lost everything, but you don't realize that you've lost everything. So that's even worse. In my book, that's even worse. When you don't know. You could be in a serious relationship where your partner's like, hey, I'd like to talk to you face to face sometimes. I don't always want to talk to you while we're sitting on the couch and your face is buried in your phone. So your partner's worried, your partner's concerned, but because the addiction is so full blown, you choose your phone over your partner. Okay? I've tried to connect with people online, and it just hasn't. There were a few people that I did connect with. Okay, um, one of them I've been friends with this person for Years and years. Okay. But we're also not addicted to our technology, so we would never snub each other for technology. See what I'm saying? We respect each other as human beings. You know how it used to be. You respected a person for who they are and you didn't love your phone more, remember those days? Um, anyway, I've tried to connect with a few people online, and when you want to take the friendship or the connection outside of the computer, people panic. That's not normal. Well, I guess in today's age and day and age, it is normal because your phone is more important. What was I thinking? Um, you're not considered a real person because they met you online. And the sad part is, even if they have met you in person, when you're no longer eyeball to eyeball with them, they run away and you never hear from them again. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule. There are let me see, one, two, four people that I met online that we've been friends for a good while now. But they're not the type to panic when you want to talk to them on the phone or you want to go to lunch with them or whatever. They're not the type to panic. They don't do that, okay? That's such a strange concept to me. Follow your instinct. I know people have been scammed. I know that. People have attempted to scam me too. Um, but I busted them on their BS. So much for that plan. Anyway, but follow your gut instinct. Your gut instinct will tell you whether this person's a good person or not. Why are you scampering away before you even have a chance to get to know them as a friend? It's weird to me. It's just totally freaking weird to me that people will choose doing YouTube videos or Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I mean, they could be into that 24/7. But if you want a connection with them in real life, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Now you're taking it too far. What kind of planet do we live in where a piece of equipment, an electronic device, is is stealing everything from you, and you're okay with that? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. No. And then you have the other aspect, and yes, I'm going to go there because you know me, I'm going to go there. Um, then you have the people who can't connect because, and let's just keep it real, some people couldn't connect before their technology and before their addiction. They couldn't connect before that. They had some type of social whatever going on to where they can't connect. So then they immerse themselves deep into their toys and now they really can't connect and they are emotionally paralyzed. Um, wow. That's just really strange to me. But like I said, the people that I've known, and I lost my train of thought for a second because I'm old and senile. Anyway, um, you allow this toy, device, whatever, you allow it to steal everything from you. Why would you give it that much power? Why would you give it that much power? Because people are not going to sit there and try to have a conversation with you and your face is buried in your phone. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. And they haven't heard one thing you've said. Not one thing that came out of your mouth did they hear. Wow. This is the world we live in. Before electronics took over, which people allowed that to happen because the phone is not going to bully you and beat you up until you pick it up, right? You're in control of that. You allow it to control you. It's totally up to you. But before that, people were missing social skills, and they still are. And like I said, for people who cannot connect to real people, and I know what I was going to say, people, stop laughing. People who are societally challenged will dive into their electronics hard and fast because they can't connect to anything else. And that's really sad. That's a sad place to be. Now, the exception to the rule would be when people need to get laid, okay, or they think they need to get laid. You don't really need to get laid, okay? Um, you need water, you need food, you need vitamins, you need minerals, you need medical care, you need your allergies treated or whatever. Those are things you need. Getting laid is not something that's going to kill you if you don't do it, even though you feel like you're going to die. Trust me, I promise you, no one in the history of the United States and beyond, no one has died because they didn't get laid. So you're going to be fine. Contrary to popular belief, you'll be fine. But people want to get laid, so they'll turn on the charm. They're what's the word? Societally inept, but they'll put that to the side and turn the charm on because they need something from you physically. And then once they get it, cut you off. I got what I needed. Bye. Again, that's the society we live in. I'm going to use you for everything that you give. And then when I'm done, you can get out of my face. Wow. I don't see, I can't talk today again, as usual. I don't see our society going in good, in a good place. I think we're just getting worse and worse. Well, I mean, it's obvious that we're getting worse and worse, and we care less and less. Um, there was a fight that happened on Cornell University Sunday morning, and one person was stabbed and they passed away, and the other person had sustained injuries. Um, I was reading the comments in the news underneath the news article, and this is what I'm talking about. This is kind of nonsense I'm talking about. Well, I wonder if it was black. If the person was black, they would have said it. And what if they're white? What the hell does that have anything to do with anything? Is the person less dead because of their color? What the hell does that have anything to do with anything? This is the kind of garbage that's in people's heads. This is the kind of filth that's in someone's head. Someone lost their damn life, and you're worried about what color they are? Or what color the perpetrator is? Let me give you a shockerini. It doesn't matter who stabbed who and what color anybody is. The facts remain the facts. So don't be stupid. The color has nothing, Lord. Wow. That's the society we freaking live in. Sorry, I'm going to adjust you for a second here. That's the society we live in. I'm going to adjust you again. Um, that's the society we live in. What color are the perpetrators? What in the hell are you talking about? This is what I mean by you lose empathy. You lose compassion. You lose your humanness. Even animals know how to have compassion. You look at elephants. I love elephants, okay? Elephants are extremely intelligent animals, and they have a memory that don't play. They remember everything. When one of them gets hurt or dies, they all get around that particular elephant and they mourn for them, and they touch them with their trunk like, hey, baby, get up. What's going on? Wake up. Even animals know how to have compassion. That's the world we live in, where it's irrelevant that someone got murdered. That's totally irrelevant. What color were they? That's the only thing that matters. I mean, that's That's emotionally disgusting. To be quite honest with you, that's emotionally disgusting. That's the most important thing. Anyway, so I don't know if people realize that as a society we're losing. Um, I wonder if they just don't care because as long as they got their toys, the whole world can die around them, get killed, burst into a ball of flames. I don't care as long as I have my toy, I'm good. Until tragedy strikes them, and then they're going to fall to the floor and cry their eyes out. But I'm not really sure how many people are going to care because when they went through things, you weren't there for them. Thus the term or the phrase, what goes around comes around. If you cannot give compassion, you're not going to get it. And if you do get it, you might get it from someone who's manipulating you, which, I mean, are you surprised? You get what you give. Not always, because I've given a lot of goodness and I've gotten craziness as a thank you. But we won't go there. Anyway, will we regain our humanness, or are we done? Are we done as human beings? Are we done as a society? Are we just done? As long as it doesn't happen to me, I don't care. Why does everybody seem okay with that? We're all going to end up, I don't ever want to be like that. I don't ever want to be to the point where something happens in the news or something happens to someone, I witness some, or whatever the deal is, or I know of someone going through some horrific pain and I'm just like, well, whatever, where's my phone? I don't ever want to be a zombie. I don't ever want to lose my humanness. I don't ever want to lose my emotions and my feelings. Now, you have to be careful. You don't want to give your emotions to everybody because not everybody is worthy. Let's just keep it real. Not everybody is worthy. So you have to be careful who you give yourself to. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect because all of us have flaws, right? But I guess I'm old school in the sense of if somebody gives you advice online and it helped you, do you not know how to say thank you anymore? Do you know how many people, somebody gives them something for free online, YouTube video? Somebody give you something for free and you're just like, oh, well, hey, cool. No thank you, no I appreciate your time, nothing. What the hell is wrong with people nowadays? You don't know how to open your mouth and say thank you? Let's go back in the day. You got invited to someone's house for dinner, okay? And my computer's doing choppy, weird things. Somebody fed you a meal, didn't cost you a penny. Back in the day, we would be appreciative. That was way back in the day. Like, in those days are obviously over, but I'm going to relish in the days when it was good to do that because I like those days. You would, you had the meal, then afterwards you said thank you. You said thank you for your hospitality. I appreciate you opening your home to me. You think people say that anymore? Shh. Hell no. Because of the narcissism and because of the self-absorption and because of the world owes me a free meal. The world don't owe you nothing. And if nobody's ever told you that, let me be the first. Nobody owes you nothing. Nobody owes me anything. Say thank you. Somebody opens a door for you, say thank you. Are those days gone too? There's 4 words that people have a real hard time saying. 2 of them are, I'm sorry. And I mean genuinely sorry, not just saying it to manipulate the person again, okay? The other two words are thank you. Four of the hardest words to put together. I'm sorry and thank you. That's the reason I'm very reluctant to give advice online, because I don't appreciate you taking what I gave you and you run away and you don't even have the common damn decency and the courtesy of saying thank you. You know, even if I'm the only person who responded to a video, and I've got plenty of videos, no one responded, or only a few people responded. That's the way the world is. That's just the world we live in. Anyway, there's videos that I've come across that the person put the video out in 2015, or even 2016, 2014, whatever the case is. And not one person said, hey, I appreciate you uploading this. I really appreciate it. I don't do it every time, so I'm not going to sit here and act like Pollyanna proper. I don't do it every time, but I try to be aware of it, and I try, especially if I really love the video, I try to say thank you. I appreciate your time. And when you go to YT, YouTube, there's so many free things out there, and it's like going to college. One of my friends said it's like going to college. And there's 5 people I met online. I forgot this other friend. Anyway, sorry. I try to say thank you. I appreciate what you've done, because YouTube is like college. You learn and you learn and you learn and you learn, and there's something new to learn. And here's a shortcut for this, and here's another way your life can be easier. Say thank you. It's not hard. It really isn't. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to the 1800s, apparently, when manners and respect were a normal thing. Okay? Where you dress nice when you went to someone's house. You don't have to wear a suit and a tie. Don't get silly. You don't have to wear an evening gown, okay? But you dress halfway presentable. You went to someone's house. I'm from the East Coast. That's what you do. You dress nice when you go to somebody. You say thank you for your hospitality. You show appreciation and respect. It's just something that you do. Okay? Let's go back to those days. Let's practice that. Because you know what? Check it out. Check it out. You ready? If more people practice that and it becomes a norm, maybe we will get back to that completely. We can bring manners back. We can bring respect back. You know, we can do that. We have the ability to do that. It's possible. You know, random acts of kindness. Get off your phone for 5 minutes and do something nice for a total stranger. Help an old lady put groceries in her car. It's not going to take nothing off of your life to do that. Let's practice. Let's practice giving a damn about somebody other than ourselves. Let's practice don't manipulate someone for sex because you need to get your cookies off. Okay, let's not manipulate people, because we don't want nobody doing that to us. And if you continue to do that, let me tell you what's going to happen to you. Mark my words. You're going to use people for your sexual playground. And one day you're going to actually have feelings for somebody, and they're going to dump you and dismiss you like you dismissed everyone else before them. And I promise you, it's not going to feel good. You were so successful in having these these disconnected relationships that when you develop feelings and somebody takes advantage of you, you're like, oh, you're horrified. But you get what you give. You get what you give. Do you deserve more than that? Because did you give more than that? And I talked about this in another video also. And this applies to me too. Because of everything I've been through with people. Literally since I was a baby. It's easy for me to be a robot too. And it's easy for me to be, I could be a zombie. Whatever. I could be a horse's ass like a lot of people I know. But I know that that doesn't enrich my life, and that doesn't enrich the life of anyone around me. That's not going to bring any good. Being a disrespectful, inconsiderate, self-absorbed idiot, that's not going to bring good things to your life. In fact, it could bring bad karma to you because that's what you're delivering. And it's guaranteed to give you bad karma. Just because you've been successful thus far does not mean it's not going to catch up to you. Animals know how to love. Animals know how to love unconditionally. As long as you treat them well, they love you. And even when you don't treat them well, they still try to please you. They are loyal, especially dogs. Cats are a different ball game. You cat people know what's up. They're just different. Um, Dogs are loyal. They are faithful. They love with from the top of their head to the tip of their tail. They love, 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 love. And cats do too. They just do it in a different way. I had a family member who they took in a stray cat. And I liked him, but I realized that he was a cat. So he's going to do his cat things and he's going to leave me to myself. And one day I rescued him from a tree. The neighbor's dog had scared him so much that he ran up a tree and he was way up in the tree. So I went out there, and I'm part tomboy, right? So I went out there and I climbed the tree and I got close to him. And before you know it, without warning, he leaped into my arms from where he was in the tree. And thank God I had a good grip on the tree and a good grip on him, or else we both would have been in a bad situation. And he just leaped in my arms unexpectedly, and I was just like, okay. And I'm trying to figure out how to climb down, holding him, and, the whole bit. Later that evening, I'm sitting and watching TV. He walks across my lap. He walks across my lap again, walks across my lap, and he keeps doing it repeatedly. And I'm like, what? I'm trying to watch TV over here. What? He was going to continue to do that until I acknowledged him, and that was his way of saying thank you. Because he wouldn't stop. So I knew he was being persistent about something. So it dawned on me that he was showing appreciation. And I said, oh, you're welcome. Love you too. Petted him, and that's all he needed was acknowledgement. And then he went about his happy little cat business. We can learn a lot from animals. I've seen animals, don't laugh, but I've seen animals playing with iPhones and tablets and using their paw to play with them. But they don't become addicted to it, as far as I know. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did. But anyway. But they wouldn't choose that over real life. They wouldn't choose that over you hugging them and saying, I love you. They wouldn't choose that over slurping your face. I'd rather slurp the screen. They don't do that. So we can learn a lot from them about love and loyalty and faithfulness and unconditional love for someone. They know how to do it naturally. Now, like I said, cats are just in their own world. They love too, but differently. Y'all know that. Y'all know how cats do. But I mean it when I say we need to practice empathy and concern, because we're lost. And once you lose yourself, how are you going to get it back? Instead of using someone for sex, for example, why don't you go to lunch with them and keep your damn clothes on? How about you do that? Maybe they need to talk. Maybe you need someone to talk to. There's nothing wrong with going to lunch or brunch or dinner. There's nothing wrong with that. And I don't mean going out with somebody so you could get something out of them. How about we just mix that all together? Just stop doing that altogether. Just take a deep breath and have connections with people in real life. Let's practice that. Please, let's go back to those days where caring was okay. And it is okay. And it's still okay. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to I'm sorry. Let's go back to thank you. Let's go back to I appreciate you opening your home for me. I appreciate your hospitality. Let's go back to connections. Real connections with real people. And I don't mean I'll be tight with you until I get what I want. I needed someone to hang with tonight, and then by tomorrow you're dismissed. Let's just stop that. That's not cute. That's not that's not cool. That's gross. That kind of behavior is gross. Um, and I practice having feelings every single day because, like I said, because of everything I've been through, I could easily shut down and not feel not a darn thing, and I don't care who it hurts. I could do that. I could easily do that. But I don't want to lose my soul because once you lose your soul, you're host. So I practice every day. And when I see something in the news that affects me, I'm grateful that I'm able to feel something. I never want to get to the point where I'm a zombie. I never want to. No, 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 no. Then you're an empty shell of a person. Then you're a dead person, but you're walking around. What kind of existence is that? That's like being in a psychological coma. Who wants to do that? Unfortunately, a lot of people are in that. It's sad. So anyway, that's food for thought. My show comes on soon. It's Mistresses. I didn't watch a couple of episodes. Then when I caught up and I watched them on demand, there were jaw-dropping moments that I didn't think I missed anything because I only missed 3 episodes. So I'm like, oh, it's no big deal. I can catch up and nothing's happened. That's what you think. TV show writers are real good about throwing in all kind of curveballs, and you thought you knew how the show was going. You just thought you had it down. And then something comes way out of left field and you're going, whoa, what? 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 And commercial happens and you're still sitting there going, what did I just look at? What? I mean, it's I told a friend of mine, and I'm going to let you guys go because, like I said, the show comes on. But I told a friend of mine, he has to know, he thinks that he can predict what's going to happen on a show or a movie, and he's already got it down to a science, right? Uh-huh. So anyway, when the show throws him a curveball that he never saw coming, I'm so excited, I don't know what to do with myself. I said, that's what you get. That's what you get for trying to plot and plan and predict what was going to happen. You don't need to predict. You need to just watch the show and enjoy it. What you need to do. So when a TV show or a movie catches him off guard, I love it. All right, you guys think about what I said. I care about you. I love you. And I want you to be safe when you travel. And show appreciation for the people in your life. You never know when they're going to be gone. And as you guys know, if you watched my other videos, you know that I'm not going to get emotional. I'm telling you right now, I lost an extremely dear friend to cancer. Someone manipulated me and pretended they had cancer when they didn't. But anyway, we won't go into that. This person actually had the real cancer, not the fake cancer. I value her so much, and I love her so much. And I miss the hell out of her because you just don't meet people like her every day. We never fought, and we knew each other for, oh my God, forever. We knew each other for double digits years. You sometimes you have a connection with someone that you've had for so long that somebody could say, well, how long you guys been friends? And you don't even know anymore because it's been so long. It's double digits at this point. So you're like, double digit years. And that's all you can say because you don't know. It's that, and we never fought. The only thing we had a little, it wasn't even a disagreement. It was just a discussion. Back in the day, she was into the club scene, and she just wanted to go clubbing all the time, and I didn't want to. And she said, well, I don't know why you don't want to go. And I said, well, I don't know why you need to go all the time. And that was the extent of it. It wasn't a fight. It wasn't an argument. There was no disrespect. She treated me like I deserved to be treated, and I treated her like she deserved to be treated. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to connections like that. She'll always be in my heart. She'll always be in my soul. I value her so much. And when I've been through some really nasty things with other people, it makes me remember her more, because she never would have done that to me. And I never would have did that to her. So I'm not going to get emotional. I don't care what y'all say. But we need to get back to that. Those types of real love and those types of real connection with real people. Because the world is not, it's not a good place. And it's getting darker and darker. And if you can get your face out of your technology long enough, you'll realize that connections with real humans, that's priceless. Oh my God, that scared me. That was my phone. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I will call you back. I'm doing a video right now. I'll call you back. That scared the heck out of me. I'm like, what is that? That was my phone. I'm sorry. I apologize. See, I don't mind saying I'm sorry. Dude, not now. So anyway, sorry about that. I apologize. But yeah, the more I've been treated like crap by other people, and if you live long enough and you have a good heart, somebody's going to kick you in it. It's just the way the world works. It makes you value people that never in a million years would have did that to you. So, I'm not going to get emotional. So on one hand, it's a learning experience when you get treated like crap. But then it's a learning experience because life is a humongous classroom. Life is a massively huge classroom, and you're going to learn. If you're smart, you're going to learn every day. And it makes you value people who you value. You value them even more, even if they've passed away. You're like, oh my God, I crave this person because they would never do that to me. No. So, Gail, I love you. Mwah. I love you, sweetheart. Always will. So, anyway. I value you guys too. I love you. I think you're special. You know I think you're special. Hello. Be safe when you travel. Hopefully where you live, the heat is starting to calm down. Where I live, it is holding on for dear life, and it's determined it's not going anywhere. And I'm not real happy about it. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. All right.